Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. A lot of folks have been asking about farm pond site selection, like for livestock, and what's the ideal, draw or position on your farm to put one. And this is one that was put in several years ago, and it's not quite full. It's got probably another. Well, here's a spillway over there. It's got another foot maybe to go. But this pond catches about 3 times the area of the pond itself. So the pond's about a ½ acre, and there's a ½ acre up there that drains into it. And that valley up there going up the hills, another probably ½ acre. Then on that side over there, maybe 1/3 of an acre. Then of course, whatever falls on this side of the dam, all the way around the pond. You don't want a huge area draining into your pond. If you do, you're never going to hold the spillway, because all the water is going to go out over there every time it rains. If you're catching 10 acres here of runoff, it's going to be a wreck. You're never going to hold the dam. And this dam on this farm, this is an old pond, and I had it dug out. It was dry. I mean, it washed the dam out so bad right here in the middle of this dam that it wouldn't hold 1 ounce of water. And the reason it washed out was they let animals into the pond. And those animals got them a cattle trail right in the middle of that dam. And it kept raining, and it finally just washed a big V in the dam. And they got a gully washer one night, and it took the whole dam out. Lost the pond just because they didn't keep the cattle out of the pond. That's the worst case scenario. So I had Johnny, my dozer operator, come in here, and boy, he built me a dandy here. We've got about 12 foot of water out there. I don't have the fish attractants in it yet. The fish have been in here about a year now. We'll be putting the bass in next year. I'm sorry, in June. They've got the fathead minnows for food, and then the bluegill and the channel cat are in here. So we're going to put some cedar trees in here and anchor them down for fish attractants. They just do better, and they got something to hide in, a brush pile. But that's my pipe out in the middle. That's a Schedule 40 2-inch. It's got probably 100 holes drilled in it. And I put a PVC cap on the top of it, because I don't want fish and frogs and whatever going down that pipe and clogging up my valve on my livestock tank, which is below the dam here. It will be behind the dam. The wind's blowing pretty good today, so I'm trying to keep my my camera nestled in my body so y'all can hear and not just hear wind blowing. But folks, it costs a lot of money to build the pond. Don't go out and just slap one in a great big deep draw somewhere. That's not what you want to do, because if you do that, there's no dirt to build the dam. This is an ideal location. He got me a lot of water here. I think he was on this pond about 2 days, and he had a D7 or equivalent. It was a big dozer. It had I think he had a 12-foot blade on that dude. And so here's the deal. When you start pushing dirt, and you got to go very far with it, or if you're digging a lot of dirt for a big dam like this one, get a big dozer. Hire somebody that can push some dirt. If you get somebody like a like a D4, a little bitty dozer, he's going to be here forever trying to get this dam up. You want a dozer big enough that when he's coming up this dam, pushing dirt from that hole coming this direction, that there's actually dirt rolling over the top of the blade as he comes up this dam. And Johnny's good at his craft. There's no way I would ever try and build a pond dam. I know people have, but Johnny's good at it, and I'm not good at it. I don't even want to learn. It's just looks like it's when one of those things break down, folks, it ain't like fixing a tractor. You've got a serious expense there. And I kind of felt bad for Johnny. He had one of his machines go bad while he's working that summer over here, and it wasn't a cheap fix. So it's a tough business. People do it, they love it, and they're good at it, and that's who I'm going to use. I'm these people that make a living doing it. Anyway, we got a big dam here. There's the pipe that came through on the bottom. That little white thing down there is my shutoff, and there's my rock. And the tire tank's going to go over the top of that pipe down there. So we're just waiting for the pond to fill up and for it to dry up. It's just soupy as heck out here. But this pond's in a good location. We're watering about, I don't know, 25, probably close to 30 acres right here, just from that one pond site. So we just do a wagon wheel, and we can change that wagon wheel up. We can do rectangles, we can do squares, we can do just about anything we want off this pond. Right now the cattle are drinking from this pond, but we're putting a wire right around the edge of that water. They can't physically get in the pond. They can stand on the bank and get them a drink, but they ain't stepping off of my pond. No way, no how. We do straw our ponds down. We build them. Right over there, it's just really poor soil. It washed my hay into the pond. I need to get back and seed that again. That's a problem right there. And there's a worse one right there. So it's washing dirt into our pond. I hate that. So we're going to get some hay on that, lay some logs on the hay after we seed the bejeebers out of it. And we might even throw a little cow manure on there for fertility, just to get the seed going. But don't leave something like that. It's just going to get worse. Those ravines are going to get deeper, and you're losing the depth of your pond when you do that. Seal it up. Look at this pond dam. Isn't that beautiful? This cannot erode, and cattle can walk on this for a short period. I mean, we had 290 some head in here, and let's see, they were here for I don't know, 7-8 days this winter, and look at this. Does it look like it's destroyed? Absolutely not. And this is their sole water source right here. So keep the cattle out of the pond. If you build one, don't get a big watershed over the top of it. You're going to have trouble holding your spillway, which is right over there. It's going to wash out. Because all the water you get, once your pond's full, where's it going to go? It's going to go out the spillway. And you're losing fish. Your fish will leave. How many fish you got in your pond? Well, you don't know, because every time it rains, they go out. You don't want to do that. You don't want fish going down the creek. You want them in your pond where you can catch them and eat them. Okay? Just beautiful. I love ponds for water, and people say, oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but you capture that water and it's yours. So far it is. Here in the United States, we own the ponds. It's our water. We capture it. Now you got to check which state you live in. Some states you can't build a pond. You may have to go get a permit. But luckily here in central Missouri, we can still build ponds, and we don't need a permit to do it. As long as you don't build the dam over 30 feet tall, you don't need to go get any permission to do it. So anyway, this is Greg Judy signing off on a beautiful February day. I am digging being outside because we got a snowstorm coming. I'm going to be out here all day just enjoying the weather today. Everyone have a great day.